Namaste students, myself JVN Brijesh Kumar Yadav, Faculty of Education and Methodology, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. I welcome to all of you in my digital class. Students, I have prepared this lecture for BSc BA ZBC 8th semester. Subject is botany and topic is carbohydrate. Students, as you all know that we were discussing about biochemistry portion of your paper. In biochemistry we have already studied enzymes, proteins. Now we are moving towards the another biomolecule, that is carbohydrates. Okay, being a botany student you must know that carbohydrate is very important, and you might be knowing that in photosynthesis the photosynthetic product is sugar, that is a kind of carbohydrate. Okay, apart from that you will be knowing that in DNA structure there is a 5 carbon organic compound sugar, that is known as pentose sugar. Okay, but apart from these two facts, some other important components of carbohydrates are there which need to be explored for you people. So let's start some of the facts related to carbohydrate. First we'll start with introduction. Carbohydrates are the most abundant of all the organic compounds in the nature. Okay, you might be knowing that Rubisco is one of the enzyme in your photosynthesis chapter you might be studying. That Rubisco is one of the most abundant protein on the earth. Okay, but here we are talking about carbohydrate, that is most abundant organic compound in nature. This carbohydrate is composed of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are the main elements of carbohydrate. The word carbohydrate means hydrates of carbon. Since you people are chemistry students, so you might be knowing more about this chemistry portion of carbohydrate, as this carbohydrate is a part of biomolecule, and in biochemistry you might have studied or you will be going to study soon that carbohydrate, now defined as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones or compounds which produce them on hydrolysis. Okay, so this is carbohydrate. Now some of the functions of carbohydrate. It is better to understand the significance of carbohydrate before moving further, how this carbohydrate is important for plants as well as for human being. So this carbohydrates are the most abundant dietary source of energy for all organisms. Okay, you have seen that photosynthesis, ultimately animals are also dependent on plants for their survival. How? Because this plant is the first organisms which synthesize carbohydrates. Now indirectly human being and animals are dependent on these carbohydrates on the plants. Okay, so in this way carbohydrate is most abundant dietary source for energy, whether that is bacteria or higher organisms. It is intermediate in biosynthesis of other basic biochemical entities such as fats and proteins. Okay, next associated with other entities such as glycosides, vitamins and antibiotics. Next is forms structural tissues in plants as well as in microorganisms. You might be knowing that cellulose is one of the basic component of cell wall of plants. Lignin, murines, all those are structural components. Ultimately they are carbohydrates. Okay, apart from these functions, carbohydrate also participate in biological transport, cell to cell recognition, activation of growth factor, modulation of immune system. Since some you people are also studying zoology, so immune system you might be knowing. In their immunity, that carbohydrate also participate for the recognition antigen antibody interactions. Okay, now some of the classification of carbohydrates. In wild manner, carbohydrate can be classified into two ways: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. In simple carbohydrates, monosaccharides and disaccharides are there. Monosaccharides are single unit and disaccharides are double units. In complex carbohydrates, where they are made up of 3 to 10 units, they are called as oligosaccharides, and more than that they are called as polysaccharides. The examples of complex carbohydrates are glycogen, starch, and fibers. Okay, next some other criteria for classification of carbohydrates are on the basis of their chemical formula and chemical structure components. So they are three categories: monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. Monosaccharides are also known as monoges, glycoses. The example of monosaccharides are trioses, dextroses, pentoses, hexoses. Out of these examples, these pentoses are more familiar for you people, as this pentose is one of the components of DNA. You might be knowing. Okay, so this is monosaccharide. Second category is oligosaccharide. This is made up of two components, di, tri, tetra, penta, up to 10, and they are the most important disaccharides. Okay. Next one is the polysaccharide, or they are also called as glycans. They are of two types: homopolysaccharides and heteropolysaccharides. Depending on the structural components, if only carbohydrates are there, they are known as homopolysaccharides, and when apart from carbohydrates, other components like proteins and other lipids are there, they are known as heteropolysaccharides. Okay, so students, till now we have seen classification, some of the introduction of carbohydrates. On next turn we'll see some more detail about monosaccharide, disaccharide, and polysaccharide. Thank you very much.